When people mention Fukushima, most immediately think of the nuclear disaster following the 3/11 earthquake in 2011.
But more than 20 years before that tragedy,
Fukushima had already witnessed a bizarre and terrifying case, one that shocked all of Japan.
a young man was found dead inside a school toilet in a position no one could ever imagine. On February 28, 1989, at an elementary school in Tamura City, around 6 p.m., a 23-year-old female teacher returned to her dormitory after classes. When she entered the bathroom, she noticed something strange under the toilet bowl. It looked like a shoe. Feeling uneasy, she went outside and opened the drain cover behind the building to take a look. What she saw made her scream in horror. A human foot was sticking out from the pipe. Police arrived immediately after receiving the report. They tried to pull the body out from the toilet, but the pipe was too narrow. Eventually, they had to use heavy machinery to dig up the entire U-shaped pipe system beneath the ground. When the body was finally removed, everyone stood in shock. It was a young man, half-dressed, the lower body still wearing pants, the upper body naked, arms wrapped tightly around a shirt. His whole body bent in a U-shape, exactly matching the pipe's curve. The victim was identified as Naojuki Kano, 26 years old, a maintenance engineer working for the Fukushima Daini nuclear power plant. He was known as a bright, talented, and well-liked man. He wrote poetry, played music, and was often invited to host weddings in the village. That's why everyone was stunned when the police concluded that he had died while trying to spy on a woman in the bathroom. According to the autopsy, Kano had died from asphyxiation and circulatory failure. There were no signs of physical assault or struggle. The police quickly closed the case, declaring, "This was an accident. The victim suffocated while attempting to peek at a female teacher." But his family and the villagers refused to accept that explanation. They believed Kano would never do such a thing, that his death was not an accident, but something much darker. After the announcement, local residents launched a petition demanding a reinvestigation. Over 4,300 people signed it. They pointed out several serious inconsistencies. The U-shaped pipe was only 36 centimeters wide, but Kano's shoulders measured 40 centimeters. It was physically impossible for him to fit. It was the middle of winter, with nearly 20 centimeters of snow. Why would he strip off his clothes and crawl into a freezing pipe? At the scene, police found one of Kano's shoes inside the pipe, the other hundreds of meters away, near a river. His car still parked in the lot, keys left in the ignition, as if he'd only stepped out for a moment. According to locals, Kano was close to the female teacher who discovered the body. They had previously worked together to investigate harassing phone calls that she had been receiving. This led some to suspect that her stalker, or someone involved in that case, might also be connected to Kano's death. However, the police found no solid evidence and refused to pursue this lead any further. 10 days before the incident, the Fukushima Daini nuclear plant, where Kano worked, experienced a serious technical failure, after which one of his colleagues committed suicide. At the same time, the village was holding an election for the local chief, and Kano was a strong candidate. Some believed he may have uncovered a secret involving the plant or political interests, and that his death was a deliberate cover-up. Despite public pressure, police never reopened the case. With no new evidence, the file was officially closed. 35 years later, the mystery of Naojuki Kano's death still haunts Fukushima. Many people believe it was not an accident, but a carefully hidden murder. So what do you think? Was it a bizarre accident, or a deliberate crime buried under silence?